Hello everybody and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott and you're watching your stop for all things theme park and attraction related. Today we're back here at Disneyland. Have ourselves a great time. Check out some park updates, the normal, and honestly it's like the perfect weather for Disney Day, so I'm pretty excited. I want to try to ride Splash Mountain today because I think it's like a 20-minute wait and attempt our hand at getting a virtual queue for Runaway Railway, because last time we rode it, it was just with Lightning Lane. We've yet to be successful with virtual queue. Let's see if we can change that today. Oh look, Earl's Sandwich is back open now in a new location. Before it was way down over on that side of downtown Disney, right in front of the former ESPN zone. Now it's here. This is a temporary pop-up location though, but one could assume since they have Earl's Sandwich out here, that it's gonna be a part of their big expansion as well. And they do have a Sweethearts Night going on tonight, the After Dark event where you need a special ticket. So Disneyland's gonna be closing at 8. So we're gonna start our day off here at Disneyland on the beautiful Main Street, USA. Or for like the Super Bowl celebration sign, Main Street. Into Adventureland we go because they have not made this a dead end anymore. It's actually a through street where you can walk through to get to New Orleans Square. For a good like month or so, it was cut off. It was a dead end because of the construction for the Adventureland Treehouse. Speaking of the Adventureland Treehouse, so there's lots of work going on still, getting close to opening whenever that may be. You can see they took down the sheet covering up all the construction, so you can kind of see what's going on in there a little bit. I'll tell you what though, the view is going to be super impressive of the treehouse right there. Looking over, of course, Pirate's Lair, formerly known as Tom Sawyer Island, but just like seeing it up there, it's going to add so much more. You can see they've planted a lot more trees. Yeah, I can't wait for it to open up. It's just going to look so much more nice when now it's open up.
So we got a virtual queue for Mickey and Minnie's, and then we got number 210. So that should like only be a couple hours, I feel, since they're boarding like 1:40 right now.
My guess is 3. My prediction.
3
yeah.
o'clock?
Yeah. Okay. It's a 1 right now.
I think it's gonna be more like 4:30.
Okay, well.
But we'll see, and then we're gonna go over to Matterhorn since we did end up buying the Genie Pass.
On to our first ride with Lightning Lane, our Genie Plus thing that we bought today. Matterhorn, my favorite. Yeah, honestly, nothing will ever beat Matterhorn for me. I will continuously love this attraction. There's some rides where I'm like, if they close down, I'd be all right with it. Like, I saw this theory of them changing Pirates into Navi River Journey because of the whole Avatar experience thing. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest, as bad as it sounds, since Pirates was a classic. But if they ever close Matterhorn, that would be extremely disappointed. We haven't been on Fantasyland side in a while. Typically, we always like request Tomorrowland side. My back's hurting a little bit. I'm sure yours is too from last night, from the Nintendo Media Day. But Fantasyland side is such a calm, relaxing, peaceful Matterhorn experience.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Speaking a little bit about the Avatar experience I was talking about, it is true, Iger did say that we were getting some form of Avatar experience here at Disneyland. We made a whole video about it, and we also talked a little bit about how the Tomorrowland launch bay will be the perfect area for this quote-unquote experience. One of the cool things about Genie Plus is if people cancel their bookings, you can have a chance to get that booking. So for example, like the Guardians return time was for like 5 o'clock when we checked. 2 minutes later, someone must have canceled because we were able to get a return time for right now. So we're gonna go hop into DCA, ride Guardians of the Galaxy, and then hop back over because most likely after that, it'll be time for Runaway Railway. You know, it's kind of awesome. It's like we're obviously going to Florida in April again, but not only do we have Tron to ride, but we also haven't ridden Cosmic Rewind Guardians, which is like something that I feel like we're forgetting because we're just talking about Tron. But yeah, Guardians, I'm excited for that. And everybody's been talking great things about Cosmic Rewind, so Cosmic Rewind with First Thrust and Tron. That's going to be a very exciting trip. There's an update on the work that's going on over here in Hollywoodland at California Adventure. Looks like they're repainting the little market that they got over here. But this is another prime example of where the Avatar experience is going to be at. You have an essentially abandoned land in Hollywoodland. The reason why I say that is because the only thing that's really over here is Monsters Inc. and then just the vacant Hyperion Theater. You can definitely put something big here. But on to Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout we go. They actually just released a trailer, or one of the newest trailers for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And when I get in the first room, the Vilus are still covered. They're still hidden in there. Or at least the last time we rode this was probably last year they were covered. So I don't know if they've been covered for that long since last year, but they're covered right now. Before we head back into Disneyland, of course, I had to make a pit stop, quite literally, at the Cozy Cone stands because these cones are always the best. Best snack, $9.99, and fills you up quite a bit. This is the bacon and cheese cone. Bacon and macaroni and cheese. And then a soft bread boulder, or a soft bread cone, I should say, to top it all off. Quick update on the San Francisco project that's slowly going to take over Pacific Wharf. You can see there's lots of wood hidden over there. Don't know what wood's gonna be for, but there's a whole lot of it. Yeah, nothing too much has changed since the last time I checked this out during the start of Disney 100. But obviously, over time, they have weeks where they go crazy with construction, and then they have weeks like this where they just take a pause on it. That kind of like wooden structure right there. There's another one on the other side, and there's two right in front right here. Those are actually gonna be what's holding the tower, the big red Golden Gate Bridge Tower. I don't even know if that's what they call it. I'm sure there's a different name for it since it is a part of Big Hero 6, and that's not San Francisco, it's San Francisco, but that's essentially where that's going to stand at. That's what those brown pillars are. Or maybe they're just working on that right now, and then they're going to work on everything else, because that's what it seems like. It seems like the majority of the work is going into those supports. Why is it like kind of empty right now here in California Adventure? We're about to make our way back into Disneyland, so we'll see if it holds up there too. But it's been relatively a quiet day, and this just goes to show you. And it's a Wednesday, nothing spectacular going on, so, or Thursday actually, we're here on a Thursday, but yeah, it's just kind of nice how slow and peaceful it is today at the resort. Made it back into Disneyland. It's a lot busier than DCA, still kind of quiet than we're used to. Gonna hit up Tropical Hideaway right now. There's this new dessert item that Savannah wants to try. I have no idea what it is.
It's strawberry Dole Whip with like shortcake and fresh strawberries. It's like a whole little strawberry sundae.
Oh, so it is like a sundae then, almost like a Dole Whip sundae. But it sounds good, so it's cold, but still, I'm sure it'll be refreshing. And as we're waiting for Tropical Hideaways over here, funny enough, we just saw Kylie Jenner get onto the Jungle Cruise with her whole posse. Well, that was pretty funny. Like, we've seen celebrities at Disney before, and last night we were able to see Chris Pratt and people like that at the Nintendo event, but that was just so random. There's just a big group, and then all of a sudden, Kylie Jenner was right there. We got the strawberry shortcake Dole Whip sundae right here. Looks very pretty, very presentable too. Really love it. This was $7.29. And then we also got the chili mango one. We both got one. So I got the chili mango one with a whole bunch of fun stuff on it, and tahini and chamoy.
It's pretty good. I didn't know they put like all this stuff on, so I think it's a little too much for me. But I mean, I like it. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a whole lot of fun. This one was only $8.49, right?
Yeah.
And then mine right over here, very tasty. I love the shortcake. Very, very good. It's a little bit on the sweeter side as it presents itself, but really, really good for $7.29. Not bad at all. Now, after something as cold as that on a cold day here in Anaheim, the hood's going up because my ears are cold, my mouth's cold, but it was so tasty. Now, I bet you guys are wondering, like, why haven't we talked about Runaway Railway in the past, like, I don't know how many clips there were. Well, right when our group's about to get called, our luck, the ride's broken, so we're kind of just on a standby right now, waiting for the ride to open back up, because once the ride does open back up, then that means that it'll be our time to ride, since it's literally like 5 groups away. So that's where we're at with Runaway Rails. But you know, Disneyland's transforming, and there's new additions coming very, very soon, including one that's right over here. I know we're not talking about Tiana's Bayou Adventure, actually something in relation to that transformation. French Market over here in New Orleans Square will officially be closing tomorrow, February 17th. So if you're watching this on another day, that means that it's way past. But French Market officially closing tomorrow, and that's because it is going to be transformed into Tiana's Place. This thing will be completely rethemed, like I said, kind of fitting with that transformation of Splash Mountain. But yeah, the concept art for this transformation looks awesome. Like, this is going to be the perfect setting for it. I can't wait to see once they're complete. And obviously with this brand new transformation, that means there's going to be new food offerings. I also can't wait to taste all the different food offerings. But some of you guys may be wondering, where are you going to be able to get mint juleps at and Mickey beignets? Well, you won't be able to not get them for the time of the transformation. You'll actually be able to get them right over to the left of French Market, over there in that tiny little booth right there. And our Splash Mountain still remains open. It's the one in Magic Kingdom over in Florida. It's currently closed and undergoing their transformation for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and they're actually moving along quite fast. Here's a photo from BioReconstruct on Twitter, just see how fast they're moving on the construction progress right now. But here in Disneyland, There's no construction quite yet, just because the ride's still open. We don't have a closing date, but rumors suggest that it'd be May for a closing date for Splash Mountain. And it's now finally time. Ride's back up. It's time to go ride Runaway Railway for our second time here in California. See if there's anything different that we noticed compared to the first time. Now, I was saying earlier in this video how I wanted to ride it during the daytime, since the last time we rode it was at nighttime. However, unfortunately, we're gonna ride it at nighttime. And I shouldn't say unfortunately, because El Capitan Theater looks beautiful with all the lights going. Now, funny enough, I don't think I've talked about this on the channel, but Toontown is actually delayed. It was originally supposed to open up on March 8th. We had our reservations set. We still have reservations. But due to the storm, you know, when we had all that rain and everything like a few weeks ago, they got delayed. So now it's like March 20th, March 23rd, one of those days. But no longer opening the rest of Toontown on March 8th. Going back to our April trip thing, we weren't planning on taking a trip into Hollywood Studios just because we haven't for the past couple times we've gone to Florida. But I kind of really want to go back there just to compare it, even though we've been on the ride over there before. Just to compare it now that I've seen the California version to the Florida one.
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train?
Well, that was pretty cool. We were right at the very front so we can see the actual screen lift up, something I haven't seen up close before. I am quite happy we came over here when we got our group called, because the line extends outside of the queue. And the queue's pretty big. Oh my goodness, it goes all the way down to the entrance of Toontown. Wow, wow, wow. This is probably about a 2-hour wait, so it's gonna go past park close. And this could be because the ride broke down, so they could have given guests multiple experience pass or our pass to come back here. But you'd think that right away when we got our group called, after it had gone up from being broken down, about 20 minutes, that'd be the time that the line would be like this. But no, it's right now about an hour and a half or so after it went back up. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video here at Disneyland. Hope you enjoyed all the updates and just us having a fun day here like we do on a weekly basis here at Disneyland or any theme park that we're at. So if you don't want to miss a video like that, make sure to subscribe with those bell notifications on. My name is Scott. You've been watching Exploring Attractions, Positivity is Key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.